Live from GBS headquarters is the GBS Sportscast. And now, here's your host, the Commish.
Hey, welcome to the early morning edition of the GBS Sportscast. Here's your first game of last week. Punishers dropped their second straight, and the Killer Buckeyes notched their first win of the season, 103-57 behind Ronnie Brown's 26 points and Carlos Santana Holmes' 24. LT got 21 for the Punishers. Not enough. Marvin Harrison got the big egg. I think he got hurt early. And Jake the Snake Delhomme was a late scratch. Jeremy probably didn't notice this because he was probably on his way home. Still on the road. The Dutchman, who took great offense last week at this reporter's lack of acknowledging their 3-0 record. I know. They rose to 4-0 this week, beating the Chocolate Salty Balls 98-92. Tom Brady had 25 points for the Dutchman, while Tony Romo had a huge 36-point game in a losing effort. So, Tony Romo, after the game, put the blame squarely on the Denver defense, who scored a -3 on the day. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The whole team stinks. The Balls are 1-3. They're in eighth place after 25% of the season is over. This is the fourth week gone. And now
here's something we hope you'll really like.
The Slackers, the feature game of the week, the Slackers improved to 4-0 as they rubbed one out literally over the Monkey Spankers, 92-66. Both teams held their spot at each end of the standings this week as Randy Moss gets dubs for the Slackers, while fantasy stud Derek Anderson gets 18 points for the Spankers in a losing effort. What's interesting to note is who the Slackers did not play. Donovan McNabb scored 36 points in Week 3. Wisely, Shane English decides to sit him in Week 4.
Brilliant!
As McNabb was sacked 12 times, fumbled once, scored a -9 on the day. McNabb spent more time on his back than J-Mo's sister did on prom night. Rick Lozelle, the Spankers GM, had plenty to say last week. Unfortunately, it didn't make it to airtime. Last week, he sent this newsroom a message saying, yeah, my team played like shit, so now you put that in your little newscast. I'm trying to run a goddamn team, and you keep asking me for comments. So here's my comment. I have no comment. Starting right now, the Spanker organization is on a media blackout. Did you hear that? Of course you didn't, because I didn't say anything. Well, that media blackout lasted exactly 6 days because he came out with another statement this week, and now we go to the news conference as it stands. On behalf of Filet Mignon, Haywood Jablomi, and myself, all of us at the Spankers are bitterly disappointed in failing to achieve our collective goal of building a team that doesn't suck. We have not met our organization's expectations or those of our fans. We continued our commitment in providing the resources necessary to field a championship team. We will be meeting with Rod Stippington shortly for him to present his plan on addressing our shortcomings so that we can achieve our goal of winning at least one fucking game this season. Our fans deserve better results. We thank them for their record-breaking support this season. Thank you. Yeah, that was awesome. Peyton Manning returned to form, scoring 31 points to lead the Wolfpack to a 77-69 win over Brett Favre and the Computer Geeks. This was a no-down or a showdown or a no-down. It just didn't work out for the Geeks. An epic battle, as usual, between these two teams. They faced each other many times over the years, and they keep going back and forth. The Geeks needed Ocho Cinco to get 13 points on Monday night. He only got 5. came up a little short. The Geeks look like they're in a little bit of trouble. As a matter of fact,
oh, brother, this guy stinks!
they got bye weeks coming up. They got a crappy team. They're 1-3 to start the season. The Geeks, hopefully like the Red Sox, are looking at 2004 all over again. So let's talk about that for a second. All right, running backs. Running backs are the core of any successful fantasy team. We all know that. They're usually the first drafted. They score the most points. So is the case with the Black Label Society. Their tandem of Brian Westbrook and Najee Davenport, who the heck is that, combined for 1 point, but they led BLS over Beantown Badass 52-49. This game was a snooze fest. I could have scored more points by myself, but Westbrook was a late scratch, apparently, an injury there. Najee Davenport, whatever, it worked. BLS winning over Beantown Badass by 3, 52-49. And the comment left by Beantown Badass himself, Mark Chase on, we couldn't fit him into the newscast today, so he left us a comment. I should have picked Arnold Palmer instead of Carson Palmer. What a loser. All right, next week's games. The Dutchmen hope to go 5-0 at the expense of the Wolfpack. The Computer Geeks try to get back on the winning side, extending the Punishers' losing streak, hopefully. They meet next week. The Killer Buckeyes meet up against the Slackers. They hope to end the Slackers' winning streak. Chocolate Salty Balls and BLS are going to clash, and the Spankers hope to get off the snide at the expense of a Beantown Badass. One last thing, folks. You see this? We got a football right here on the dais. This is not just any ordinary football. This football is autographed by Joe Andruzzi, someone we probably all know, from New York, played on the Super Bowl winning teams of the New England Patriots, and released by the Cleveland Browns recently, currently battling cancer. So our thoughts go out to Joe and his family. That's all we got for today, folks. See you next week. Bye-bye.